to the grid where the future's alive. Web3's calling, yeah, we're taking the dive. AI's in the code, lighting up the stream. Metaverse rising, living every dream. NFTs in our hands, a canvas so bold. Crypto's the key to a world untold. The Real and Common podcast, breaking through the noise. Tune in, turn up, it's the future we rejoice. Future Watch, we're leading the way. Tomorrow's now, it's here to stay. From pixels to power, we're shaping the scene. The Real and Common podcast, the ultimate dream. Digital skies where the avatars play. Blockchain's the pulse, paving out the highway. Synth with the bots, AI's got our back. Infinite realms, no turning back. NFTs in our hands, a canvas so bold. Crypto's the key to a world untold. The Real and Common voice, breaking through the noise. Tune in, turn up, it's the future we hoist. Future Watch, we're leading the way. Tomorrow's now, it's here to stay. From pixels to power, we're shaping the scene. The Real and Common podcast, the ultimate dream. Future Watch, the signal's clear, the revolution's now. It's here. Web3, AI, and more to see.
What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Future Watch, where we take a look at the Web3 space from a normie's eyes like us. And I'm here joined with the one and only, as well as our other co-host, Metabeast. And today we have episode 3, guys, where we're going to be taking a look at what's going on with the shakeup in the markets right here, guys. We're going to basically see what's happening in Web3, the metaverse, AI, crypto itself, and even NFTs, and why things are happening that they are in the crypto and NFT markets. We're going to try to break it down for you guys as well. Try to keep it very simple, none of that techno-babble stuff, or at least we're going to try. That's the whole intent of this show. But, guys, that's what we have on the lineup today. And also, I hope you guys stick around because Metabeast is going to be bringing something very unique with his brand new segment called Virtual Destinations. And in episode 2, he's taking us inside Second Life, which is a virtual world that's been around for quite some time, you guys. And what is Second Life? Well, we kind of covered it last week, but let me just give you a quick rundown of what it is. It is a 3D online space where you can create an avatar, explore places built by other people, and do pretty much whatever you want. You can hang out, you can build stuff, you can even run a virtual business. It's not a game with rules or winners. It's more like, like a digital playground where you can just run around and do a bunch of stuff. They call it like a sandbox game. So that's what we got on the docket today, guys. Grab some popcorn, grab a beer if you want, kick back, relax, and let's have a good time on today's episode. But let me say hi to my hosts. We're going to start with you, Metabeast. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Nice. And you
Been
sorry.
Just getting ready for Easter quite a bit lately, so.
You want to fill us in a little bit on what you mean by that? You want to elaborate, my friend?
I can, or you can find out next week.
Okay.
When it's already next week?
We go to Decentraland.
Okay, guys, we're going to have to wait till next week. Also, guys, we are not having an interview today. I apologize if I might have miscommunicated that, but we are definitely going to be having someone on next week on the channel, as well as a nice virtual destination. We got a sneak peek on what's going to be happening at virtual destinations next week. So you have to tune in for that. But Dee, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Thank you, guys. Yeah, it's a nice day. I can't wait to, hear about what we're gonna be talking about and get into all the all the meat and potatoes of the show. And just see what what our takeaway or our opinions are on things, and also interested in what the chats will have to say on the current events and how it's affecting us, since we're here on the internet land. So yeah, I'm excited to talk about our points today.
Let's go, guys. Before we start, I'm going to say hi to the chat real quick. We have Slider, who was here early this morning. If you guys don't know who Slider is, we had a really good conversation with him on our other show, Aloha Friday, which airs every Friday. If you want to have a nice conversation about digital collecting as well as Star Trek, which is one of my favorite fandoms, go check that out with Slider. But good to see you. We also have Pasternak, who tries to be first, but Slider always beats you, my friend. But that's okay. Keep trying, brother. And we also got Video Shane in the house. Let's go, Video Shane. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well, man. And we have the host with the most, the biggest bro, one of the 3 hosts for VV Radio. Really good job today, you guys. And he was actually sick today. He had a cold, but could you guys tell? No, because that's how good this guy is. He was on fire. Not to mention, Video Shane is saying there's $910 on a partner statue. If you guys don't know what that means, Video Shane is talking about a walled garden ecosystem where you can buy digital collectibles on the VV platform. We also have VV Radio in the house, and I can only imagine that must be our favorite bird behind the PFP. There you go. As she's asking, can she borrow some gems? Maybe for another time. And then we have the mean bean himself, Orla. What is up, Richard? You guys will see Richard on Enter the Verse next week. And if Miss Gex, if you're watching, we are not separating those shows yet. They're going to still be synergized, but that a little bit later for another time. Let's see. I think we've gone through the chats and we see everybody. We got Unibonger in the house. What's up, Unibonger? AKA the newest team member for the Collectors Hub. Big congratulations to Unibonger as he'll be joining Maine's Miss Gecko, J East Casual on the Collectors Hub for Builders Assemble. And that's basically a think tank discussion of a group of people who like to talk about VV's new metaverse, the VVverse. So shout out to Unibonger right there. It's really good to see you. And I think we got everybody. Oh, no, we got Kid Arcade. I'm on time this time. Let's go, Kid Arcade. It's good to see you. For the people watching in the back room that don't know who he is actually a Web3 artist. He creates NFTs. He draws them on his own. He has this very, very popular NFT collection called the Light Parade collection, which is an inspiration off of Disney's Light Parade itself. So shout out to Kid Arcade. It's good to see you. And we have TNT in the house. Big respect to you, TNT. I think you're new for the channel right here. It's good to see you. Thank you for coming by. And also anyone else that is new that's watching in the back of the room. We're basically a media group that has 5 shows that consist between AI, Web3, metaverses, as well as digital collecting. And also we have some movie and TV reviews in as well. We try to sneak in everything. So next thing you know, we're going to have a cooking show. Just watch. It's going to happen. I just know it. But yeah. And then shout out also to C-Spell. I see you. Let's go, fam. And that's everybody. Anything else you guys want to discuss before we start into the potatoes of tonight?
I don't have anything. What about you, Metabeast, before we start?
I need new glasses.
I think I need to get a new one too. I've had these for years.
Wait till you wear sunglasses. You know what I mean? When this is like your persona, it's like it gets really hard to like read the words at midnight when you're doing a stream. But you know what?
You need the smart glasses.
It's all in good time, man. All in good time.
I need the transition ones.
TNT, this is my first time watching. Excited to meet you all. Right on, TNT. Thank you for joining us. And I hope you guys like the content. Like I said, we've been in the space for 2 years, mainly on the digital collecting side. We're branching out and we're wanting to like network with a bunch of people in Web3. So this is our show as our journey into Web3 from a normie's take, per se. So
yeah, and TNT, shout out to you, Aloha. I've seen them. I don't know if it's a he or she on Gilo's live stream.
Oh, let's go.
So yeah, welcome. Nice to have you here.
Yeah, and shout out to Gilo. He is another Hawaiian content creator in this space that I met through Morgan from Storytime back in the day, Metabeast. So shout out to you, Gilo.
That's awesome. And we got Mr. Champ.
Oh, and Mr. Champ's here. I know Metabeast knows who
Mr. Champ.
is.
Yes. Awesome.
Oh, he'll be. Aloha, everyone. I'll be in Honolulu this Thursday for about a week. If you guys are, we'll DM you. We'll DM you. We'll see if we can make that happen. I might be flying to Oahu for work next week. So yeah, that would be awesome if I can meet you for coffee. We'll hit you in the DMs.
Yes, DM. Cool.
Yeah, there we go. All right. Well, let's get into the meat and potatoes of what's going on specifically first, guys, with the markets right here. So, what's happening? And like I said, we're going to try to explain this in a simplified way for our audience because a lot of our audience is from the digital collecting world. But basically, why are the markets crashing, guys? Well, the stock market is pretty much on fire right now, and it's been dropping fast ever since like a few days ago. And the big word is fear and uncertainty. People who buy and sell stocks in crypto, excuse me, they don't like to have a shaky feeling in the world. They get scared when they don't know what's happening. They end up selling, and that's what's been happening a lot. A lot of people and a lot of entities been selling, and the market's been crashing. So there's a lot of fear, and that's because of tariffs. And what are tariffs? Well, these are taxes the U.S. puts on stuff we buy on other countries, and they're making everyone a little bit on edge, or at least that's what you see in the news, right? By the way, don't watch network news. It's bad for your health. But anyways, imagine you're in a store and suddenly everything kind of gets way too expensive overnight. You probably buy less, right? Well, that's kind of what's happening right here globally. Things are costing more. Companies, they don't make money when things cost more. Investors don't like that either. They spend less. And so a lot of people are just kind of hitting that panic button. And that's kind of what's making the markets tumble. And this kind of reminds me of like the COVID era when that happened. And I also remember when Trump did these tariffs the first time, nothing as extreme as this, but we also went through this, I believe in 2017. Was it either 17 or 18? I don't know if you remember that, Metabeast, but I remember we went through this before and I bought Tesla stocks so cheap. But anyways, let me continue, guys. So how is this related to Trump and his tariffs right here? Well, basically, Trump is now the president, and he's pushing these tariffs really, really hard. He announced them on April 2nd, and they basically called that day Liberation Day, or should I call it Red Day? And they kicked in just a few days after, Liberation Day happened, specifically the tariffs. So he's slapping big taxes on goods from places like China, Canada. He's also trying to get Canada to become a state. That's hilarious. Mexico and even Europe. Some places as high as 54%, you guys. His idea is to make other countries pay up and bring jobs back to America. Or at least that's the idea. He says it's a win for the US, but not everyone's agreeing with this, and I can understand by that. These tariffs are like throwing a big monkey wrench into the machine. It's messing up trades. It messes up how countries buy and sell to each other. Companies like to rely on things that are cheap, especially from things that are overseas. But if things get expensive, well, things take a beating in the market. And so that's kind of what's happening with the tariffs. So I want to talk to my co-host real quick, and I want to know, how's your wallets feeling today? Let's start with you, Metabeast. How's that crypto wallet feeling? No comment? He's swaying and he's quiet.
You're muted. You're muted. It's all good.
He's swearing, guys. He's like,
That's why he's like, my effing wallet.
I need to get a setup here. It's empty. It's empty.
Yeah.
It's empty. Okay.
Pretty much. And it's funny because I was in a space earlier with actually Dan the Man. Thanks for coming in. And they were talking about an NFT project that sold out, and I even said, people have crypto. So evidently they do. They still have it to spend. So
believe it or not, I'm okay. Now I'm underwater on like a bunch of NFTs, and like, I'm underwater on my stacks. I'm not gonna lie, that one's taking a beating. But I bought like other projects, and there's some of them that we'll talk about. Oh, by the way, guys, before we even start, I forgot to play this. I'm gonna play this right now. I'm sure that won't cover our ass, but at least that'll make me feel better. So we'll leave it at that. But I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue, guys.
Well, he was saying there's no more anything in his wallet, and my wallet looks pretty sad. It's really sad right now. From what little I have, yeah, it's sad. but that could be like, a good time for people to pivot and, I don't know, make moves elsewhere. So yeah, I think people should just kind of not panic. I like what you said there earlier, Hinano. The F and the U, fear and uncertainty. We're just
Yeah.
missing the D to get, our favorite
Ooh.
three-lettered word.
See what you did there.
But yeah, I think it'll be a good time to like just kind of step back and just reassess what is important to you specifically, and your wallets, whatever you're watching in the market. And yeah, just try. I mean, I'm sure everyone is feeling it, maybe some more than others, but just don't panic. And it's not financial advice, but it's not recommended to sell when it's low. But you do what you want with your money, or lack of money.
Yeah.
But
Dee's
yeah,
afraid to tell you that she applied to Burger King last night. So
yeah. No, I didn't. But if you need to, hey, I'm sure they're looking for workers.
yeah.
But yeah, just it's a good time to step back and just kind of reflect on what your next move should be, and not panic.
It happens in just the regular stock market too. People panic when stocks go down and sell too.
No, 100%, man. And like, if you haven't been in this game for a while, like if you just started like investing in anything, or just buying anything that's crypto related, and you haven't been in the market, like what they say, and it's a really what's the word? It's a very old term, time in the market beats timing the market. I know it's a silly term, but yeah, like, I've been in the market since like 2016, specifically stocks, and then I came from TradFi. And then when I got into digital collecting NFTs, that's when I really got into crypto. So, for me, I've round trip things. I've watched it go to zero. I've taken a beating out of all this, but it's been since 2016. I've survived the tariff wars back then. When Trump was first in president, I went through COVID. In fact, Dee and I got lucky during COVID. We actually was going to quit our jobs and start a new business. And so I pulled out all the money that I had in the stock market. I was in Tesla, I was in Meta, I was in Square, and I did really good. I think my best trade back in 2019 was Virgin Galactic. I think that's what it was called. The Richard Branson company, where everyone just pumped that stock. But anyways, needless to say, COVID happened, and we just got lucky. We got lucky. We ended up pulling all our money out, and the stock market crashed. And I put it all back in the Tesla stock. And at one time, I owned a Bitcoin, guys. But at the time, I'm like, TradFi guy here, Tesla stock. And I put it all in Tesla stock. And I still did good. But man, I wish I kept that Bitcoin, because I bought it for $2,000 back then, you guys. So yeah, egg on my face. But anyway, it is what it is. So this kind of stuff for me specifically, it doesn't affect me one bit. Whenever I see like markets tank, I walk away from my phone, and I leave the house and I go to my day job. So, but that's me. So, but if anyone's kind of like going through stuff, let us know. Put it in the chats. If you want to talk about it, we can definitely talk about it and go from there. So yeah, seriously. Stupid, right? Yeah, I bought Bitcoin for $2,000 back then. So, and I put it in Tesla stock. But you know what? It is what it is. But anyways, anything else you guys want to talk about before we keep moving on?
Nope, not for me.
All right.
Next.
Go ahead.
You're talking about the bear and everything, and FUD and whatnot, and hodling. You reminded me. I did like a small little some haikus.
Yeah.
Very non-traditional haikus around Web3.
Interesting.
And one's about getting wrecked and airdrops, and the bear market as well. Like crypto prices drop, investors lose confidence. It's a bear market.
You got to have like a guitar playing in the background.
Oh yeah, a couple of strings.
Marcus drop. You know what I mean?
Like even the basic, my dog has fleas.
Yeah. Something like that, though. Well, you know what you should do? You should make AI haiku it for us, and then we can add some strings in the background. That'd be cool.
There
But
you go.
yeah.
That's the
But
next
guys,
project.
let's keep moving on. So basically, we talked about the tariffs. We talked about why the market's crashing, but how does it affect you guys specifically? You know, our audience that's in like metaverses, NFTs, and crypto. So basically, right now, the metaverse is on fire, right? And how's it affecting the metaverse? Well, let's talk about it. The virtual world where people hang out and even where they work, it's getting hit. But why is it getting hit? Well, basically, to make these metaverses run, you guys, they need computers, they need servers, they need gear. And all of this stuff comes from China. And with the tariffs jacking up the prices, well, the gear is going to be expensive to build, and things are going to get pricier. Excuse me. So companies like Meta or Facebook, or whatever you want to call them, they got the big metaverses as well. Well, look, their stock dropped. You know, so basically, if stuff costs a lot of money, then there's not really going to be a lot of splurging in these virtual worlds right now, or at least for like the average user. And so that's kind of what's been going on with the metaverse, or at least from the data that we've been seeing. So, but also what's going on with AI? Kind of the same thing if you think about it, guys. You know, AIs are chatbots, are soon to be self-driving cars and robots and all that crazy cool stuff, right? Well, basically companies like Nvidia, they make the chips, right? Well, their stock is also falling, and guess where those chips are made? They're made overseas. And basically those tariffs are going to mean higher costs for all these chips. And if it's going to be expensive for AI tech companies to like buy this stuff, well, they're going to slow down on their big plans to like upgrade their metaverses. You're going to have like angel investors kind of like kick back as well, slow. In fact, you see it already. They're selling. So that's kind of what's going on with AI as well. I don't think all projects are going to like get hit. You know, there's some really great projects out here that they're actually building cool stuff. And we'll talk a little bit about at least one of the cool projects that I like that I'm in as well. And then lastly, guys, let's talk about the NFTs, the digital collectibles, you know, your PFPs, your Bored Apes, and your Pudgy Penguins. Well, they're not doing too well either. In fact, Trump has NFTs, and he also has a crypto, basically a meme token. And I'm so glad I got out of that meme token, guys, because I believe it's like down 75%. So basically, because of all that, because of the tariffs, because of all these crazy things in the market, people selling and prices pretty much going up, everything is getting hard to do business here, and everything's correlated together. And so that, in a nutshell, is what's going on in the markets, and that's kind of why things are kind of like low right now. But with all this stuff happening, it opens up opportunities for people. Depending if you ever wanted to get into a project before, you have a low entry point to get into projects or crypto or stocks. So, I mean, right now, this is like when COVID hit and D and I had all this money and we were able to buy back into Tesla at a lower price. So if for the people out here that have been holding back and have dry powder, or, you know, they're not afraid to spend more money into this dip, there's the opportunity in that. But what do you guys think about that, Metabeast? What's your assessment on this whole entire thing that we talked about?
Well, Trump also has, it's one that I don't plan on going to, but the Trump verse, a metaverse, as well as the meme coin and the cryptos. Yes. Or at least he's looking into it anyway, which I'm sure he will. Why wouldn't he? Why would you not? If you can have your own huge world, why wouldn't you?
Well, luckily he's got David Sachs with him, because I know David Sachs is all into like crypto, NFTs, as well as the metaverse.
But yeah, exactly. And like you said, that's the thing that I always have heard for the past 5 years is, as I was saying, buy the chip and dip. Buy it, buy the dip. Don't sell the dip. Buy it.
Yeah, but don't double dip the chip, okay?
That's right. No double dip.
Go ahead, dude.
Well, I was like reading some stuff, and some good points I was reading was like on the flip side of the crash, that it might force a lot of businesses or like the metaverse, whoever's running metaverses, to focus on like, you know, practical uses like training or remote work. over like getting like flashy virtual land grabs and all that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but then that would also like make it like where companies that adapt, they would be the one that would thrive. So I think this time and point of where we are, is just it's just the times that will kind of like I guess like make or break certain businesses. And another thing too with AI is like there's so many people using AI, and that could eventually like be and I think some businesses are already doing it, that could be like a cost saver. So instead of spending money hiring people and um putting out your work for other people to do, you can use AI, and that will cut expenses, and so businesses save money that way. So there is like a downfall or down point to the crash, but there's also like a high point of it. So it's not all just bad. um there's positive things that you can look at it in certain ways, but yeah, that's just my take on it.
And this is a time when a lot of the builders put their heads down and just start building.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's a fun time to build, you guys, because even within the red, I really believe in the creator's economy. And I really believe that in this space is where that creator economy is going to flourish the most. And I agree with you 100%, Metabeast. Now is the time to build while everything is in flames and everything is cheap.
And if you don't know how to build, it's a great time to learn. I myself, I finally started learning last year. I haven't progressed all that much, but I definitely know a lot more than I did back then. And I just keep plugging away at it. So.
I'm the same way,
yeah,
man.
It's kind of.
Oh, go ahead, T. I'm sorry. No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say real quick that it kind of reminds me of back in the COVID days where we were in lockdown, and that kind of like forced people to go out there and like, well, not out there, but stay in your house and like just actually be forced to learn stuff. And that's kind of how a lot of people started their virtual shops, their virtual stores, their virtual projects, whatever. So
options trader here.
Yeah, yeah. He learned all about stocks and trading, and we started learning about crypto. So this is kind of like a lull, but you can also benefit from it and learn stuff along the way. So when the market goes back up, things go back up, you'll be more prepared and just ready to like hit the ground running.
I want to jump on that because like back in the COVID days, Dee's absolutely right. So unfortunately, I say unfortunately because I really wanted to spend more time with my family during the quarantine times, but I was an essential worker. So because I'm in communication, so I think I got like 1 month off throughout that entire time. But that 1 month off, I learned how to like, read charts better. I learned how to options trade. I used to get up at 2 a.m, set up my trades. I used to like spend weeks watching a specific stock, watching the chart, see how it worked, see how the algorithm traded. And then you could look at the patterns. And I did all those things. And I got to tell you right now, I'm doing the same stuff, but not with the options or crypto, but with AI, with the metaverse, and with everything in this space. And this space is so in depth with so much things to learn. And if you have a keen mind, and you can also use AI, guys. You can use AI to streamline your whole entire process too, to help you, right? Because sometimes we have a mental block and we're not really sure how to get past a certain thing. And so like AI is a good tool. Internet's a really good tool for that type of medium. So
sorry, I'm laughing because you said you watched the charts. That's what I was doing the brief period I meme coined, except for I was watching them for like 10 minutes as they just
Well,
Went away.
Well, back in like the COVID days, 2020, we had a lot of injection in the market, right? So as price go up, you could literally throw anything at everything, and you got lucky. So, but like once that stabilized, then you had to kind of find and pick like which stock or asset you wanted to play around with, specifically in the options market for myself. But those days are long gone. I'm not in TradFi anymore. I don't own a single stock anymore. I'm all in Web3, AI, and crypto. This is where I like to be, and I really enjoy this space. I enjoy the people in this space. I like the fact I can be a little casual in this space versus like in other places I probably had to wear a suit. So I'm really happy with this space and what's going on. But before we get into anything else, guys, you want to talk about anything else before I talk about the 5 projects that me specifically, I feel like has some good value proposition. And once again, not financial advice, but I want to make sure that, I go to you guys before we move on.
Nope, I'm good. I think we can all relate on some of these projects that you'll be talking about. So yeah, let's go.
Perfect. But guys, before we move on, and also for the people waiting for the second live segment with virtual destinations with Metabeast, we'll be right back after this commercial break. Guys, that's right. The Real Uncommon podcast will be changing soon to True Media Group. D and I are so excited on that. And we're not going to say much about that, but let's just say that slogan, the future of content, is exactly what we're wanting to do. I know some of you guys know what we're doing here. I know a lot of you guys have no idea what we're doing here. And that's the point. So stay tuned, keep your notifications on, and you guys will see what we are building here at the Real Uncommon podcast. So, guys, let's dive into the first project that I want to cover that I think has a value proposition for myself anyway, and for everyone here, is A Kid Called Beast. So,
yeah,
let's talk about A Kid Called Beast, guys. All right. So, what is A Kid Called Beast? A Kid Called Beast is basically an NFT project with 10,000 unique, gritty looking beast characters, and these NFTs are based on the Ethereum blockchain. They're not just digital art. They're more of like a rebellious looking character with like community vibes. Kind of like, think of it like a street gang on the blockchain. And the best part of this project is that community of theirs. It's big, they're very open, and it's just a very welcoming community. And so that's what you want in an NFT project. You want a community that's tight. You want a community that's together. Basically, you want diehards and loyalists in a community. And so A Kid Called Beast to me has always been a really great community. They do exclusive events. They do collaborations of all kinds in this space. We've had Raspy on the channel before. They got their merch drops. They've got their new metaverse game that they're building. They've got a bunch of stuff in the pipeline. They even have a radio show, guys. Bing, bing, bing.
Ding, ding.
Yes, they have a radio show, you guys. So I really dig this project. And so what is the potential of this project? Well, NFTs are only growing and becoming more of a household name. And when the hype does come back, the culture will come back with it, along with utility, you guys. And this all gets paired into metaverses. And the beasts, they're pretty much fully rigged. So I can't, I can only see these just running around in metaverses in the future. So I know that Metabeast, because of his name, owns A Kid Called Beast. But Metabeast, did you know that you can buy one for $344 now?
Which I wish that's how much I would have paid. Actually, I wish I would have been there at the beginning, but I love them. I mean, and it confuses me as to why they're always so low compared to the others, just because of, I mean, everything they have done has been more than enough, has been well worth it to me.
Yeah.
And there's still so much more to come. It's amazing.
Yeah,
I'm glad and happy to be a beast.
How many beasts do you own?
I have 2. I had
Nice.
3. I had 3, but I had to let one go.
So okay, so you have 2 Genesis. Do you have a Bit Beast?
I have 2 of those as well.
Okay, so
Nice.
but and you also have the Genesis. You have 2 Genesis,
Yep.
2 Bit Beasts. Because right now, a Bit Beast you can get for $20. Bones, I see you, Bones.
Wow.
You can buy a Bit Beast for $20. You guys,
which, by the way, earns you B points. You can put it in a raffle to win a Genesis, which I do at the raffle, and I only put 1 or 2, and I won one of mine.
Oh, you won one from there?
Yep.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, I'm always hesitant.
I was shocked. Somebody messaged me wanting to trade. I'm like, I won?
no. Say what?
Yeah, not congrats. Like, hey, I heard you just picked this up. So, do you want to trade?
Yeah.
But look at these. Look at these
I love
beasts.
those.
They're all similar in price, you guys. So I'm really considering picking up another one because I only have 1 Genesis and I have 2 Bit Beasts. And when Raspy was giving away the free ones, I didn't enter because I wanted people to join the project and I didn't want to be greedy. I know plenty of people probably was greedy and they probably flipped it, but I didn't want to be that kind of person.
They sent me one. They sent me one. I found someone to give it to. I was like, that's what this is for.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. So, but I'm definitely looking at this. There's a specific beast that I want with like a specific coat, and I've seen a few of them out there, and I don't want to tell you guys which one it is because someone might buy it, but because I am actively looking at a beast, guys. So, because the thing is, I don't want to sell the beast I have now because he really is a personification of myself. Because I don't want a beast that really matched me. And so I really want to just have like another beast. I call him the flip beast, right? In case I decide to flip a beast, I at least get to keep my 1 beast. So.
When they finally go to the moon. There's one out there I saw come across my timeline that's the one I want. I probably will never get it. It's the Aladdin beast.
Ooh,
Aladdin beast.
Nice.
Pretty freaking cool.
That one.
But I do have a special beast that was made for me as well. Oh God, his name's slipping my mind. He made me the Day of the Dead beast.
Oh, is it that guy Edzikin? Or
Nope.
Make?
No. Sazzy, not again.
Sazzy. Okay, next guess was gonna be Bizzle because that's. But
Sazzy made it.
Okay.
I think he does the Beast clothes. He has the Beast clothes shop on there.
Yeah, I really like the Beast. And I love what Raspy said about the Beast. Is like this is like a universal character for all, and it's a character that could like really stand the test of time. Because really, it's like a specific universal character. It could be a hero, it could be a villain, could be like anything you want the Beast to be. And so, yeah, I really dig this project, you guys. And so check it out. Also, we did have an interview with Raspy. If you guys want to, you can go check that out as well. I think it's the first live stream we did of the year. And it was a really, really great episode with him. We really enjoyed it. I don't know if you've seen that, Metabeast, but yeah, I really enjoyed that conversation with him. So, all right.
Yeah, and I'm waiting for my hat. I have a hat coming.
That's right. Oh, shout out to Cloak. I see you. What's up, UCP?
Yeah, what's
Metabeast.
up?
I met you at the Rooston Art Show this past weekend, and we had a drink. Let's go.
I remember.
Yeah, we also got to meet Cloak in Vegas. Good to see you, Cloak. I also see you, Kid Arcade. I want to win, but I've been saving my points for something good. I know I'm going to need them, like the anime art, for sure. I definitely want that anime stuff. It looks really rad. So, all right, guys, let's move on to the next project we're going to be talking about, which is Stacks. All right, so what is Stacks? Stacks is a blockchain that's pretty much running smart contracts and decentralized apps on Bitcoin. Basically, it's a layer 2. It's like giving the crypto king a turbo boost where you have NFTs, decentralized finance, all secured on Bitcoin's network. So what's the good upside about Stacks? Stacks rides on Bitcoin, and that's pretty much the big advantage. You know, Bitcoin is the powerhouse. It's what everyone talks about. With Bitcoin adoption creeping up, especially in the U.S. Strategic Reserve, or at least that's what the rumor is, Stacks gets a front row seat. Its ecosystem already buzzing with NFTs, a vibrant community, and a bunch of DeFi projects. The crash didn't kill the vision, but it sure killed the price, you guys. And so let me show you what the price looks like right here. The price actually tanked. In fact, let's go a month. The month, actually, yeah, let's look at the year here. So,
yeah, that one, that one has me upset.
yeah. Well, trust me, I own a lot of stacks too, and I was buying stacks at like, you know, $1.10, 90 cents, and I thought it was cool. And well, yeah, it cooled itself down, but it doesn't change the fact that the fundamentals haven't changed with this project. You know, I like the use case of it. I like exactly what I just explained about it being on a layer 2. Do your research on this project. We're not going to do a deep dive on stacks today, but hopefully in the future we can have a deep dive on stacks and maybe get some community members up here to kind of give us, you know, their take on this layer 2 as well. But you said that you're kind of not happy with this crypto. Go ahead, Metabeast, kind of give us your insight on this.
I just, you know, and this was what, probably last week. I was just, when things were starting to go down, I was like, I'm kind of concerned about, I forget which one. Not so concerned about Helium. Helium was doing good. Not so much anymore. And then another one I wasn't concerned about, but then the stacks was just, I mean, I know things are going down, but it felt like a lot to me.
Yeah. I mean, like it tracked with Bitcoin for a while and then it just dumped.
And it's one I looked at many years ago. And if I'm not mistaken, being in the US, I couldn't get into it. Or it was difficult to.
He heard stacks and he showed up.
Either, but once it became available, and then I heard people starting talking about it again in the spaces, I was like, hell yeah. I'm getting back in.
Well, you know, the fundamentals for me in this project has not changed. I still have all my stacks. In fact, some of it I rolled into USDH, so I got saved a little bit, but some of it I just kind of let ride. So, but I'm okay with it. Like I said, you know, I'm down at least on, because I have some in the exchange and I have the majority of it in my my wallets. But yeah, I'm down mainly on the stuff that's in the exchange. I don't have a lot in there, but still, it just sucks to see that. So there's that as well. I know Dee doesn't have any stacks. She said, I'm only buying Bitcoin, and that's what she bought. And even though Bitcoin has gone down a little bit too, I think Dee's doing okay with her Bitcoin. So, and I'm doing okay with my Bitcoin too. So that's not too bad.
And I kind of like the wallet it's on because for whatever reason, I mean, I could always go in it, but for some reason, it just sits there. So that's a good thing anyway, I guess.
Yeah. You know, you're not tempted to like do crazy things like sell on the low and then later on you're like, oh shit, it went up.
Yeah, right? That's not one that I'm buying NFTs with or that I'm using to purchase anything else. Like the others kind of just seems too easy, and sometimes it feels like I'm not actually spending money on, you know, even though I am.
Yeah. Well, like I said, guys, it's super cheap right now. It may go cheaper. So yeah, not financial advice, DCA, whatever you want to do. But I am definitely slowly picking this one up slowly because I just kind of want to see what's going on. I've got a lot of this already, but, you know, yeah, a little bit more. So it's right there. And I'm not going to ask Dee at all about this because I know she doesn't own any. Well, she technically does through me because basically whatever I own, she owns, right? So yeah, forget I said anything of that guys. But anyways, shout out to the Crypto Magic Hour right here, guys. This is one of the content creators that we talked about last week, Tuesday. They do a YouTube channel with VV Magic. I also saw Mr. Falcon as well as Max from the Omi Homies. These are VV community members that are on a crypto show with Dave. And they also do something similar where they try to take the more simple approach to try to explain what's going on here and how you can better yourself in the crypto world. So there you go. This counts as research, right? Yeah. All right, guys, moving on. We're moving on to Decentraland right here, guys. Another project. And what is Decentraland? Well, Decentraland is basically an OG metaverse, a virtual world that is on the Ethereum blockchain where you can buy land, build experiences, and live in kind of like a second type of world. Basically, a digital playground. It's kind of like Second Life, if you really think about it, right? And so Decentraland had like a first mover status in the beginning, and they've already hosted a bunch of events. In fact, I think they have like a what is that? A fashion show coming up. Shout out to Janie Park. She hosted them the other day, I believe, on Digital Runway. So, anyways, Decentraland has a token called Mana that is also low as well. Metabeast, can you kind of also give the audience a little bit of background on what Decentraland really is?
Oh, certainly. It's kind of, I guess, my main home. While I travel around to all of them, it's one I have spent most of my time in. And all right, I'll tell you now. So yes, Fashion Week starts tomorrow, the 9th. But it's not been done. I've gotten together with a lot of people that own property in Decentraland, and we're all going to hide some Easter eggs for people to come find on Easter. So,
nice.
Something that you weren't really able to do and keep track of it, so you could have a winner, so to speak. But
so those eggs get rotten?
It's only for one day, so you got to find them quick.
Okay.
Yep.
Bad joke.
Okay. But yeah, so a lot of people came in there, built like with spatial galleries to display their art, or for others to display their art, which was for some of you that know Rustan, he's in the VV fam too. I think was one of the main things that brought him in there. But some are there just to build. Others like to have events with music, DJs, and that was pretty much a lot of my experience for quite some time. Is just hanging out your avatar, which there's a lot of creators who make different wearables for you people to purchase and express yourself that way. COVID was brought a lot of people in there then too for something to do, since they couldn't get outside and they could still socialize. So there's a big socializing aspect to it. And then there are those who hoped to monetize, and there have been some people there's some amazing builders. They've made some cool things. That was one of my favorite things to do, was to, buy a few wearables, see what people are doing, and just run around and look at the cool things that people were putting together. That, of course, has kind of died down a little bit, but I still say if you have something that people want, and if that's where you were to put it, people would come to get it.
Nice.
So,
and
that's where we're headed next week as well. So sorry about that.
No. I'm sorry. And I'm good at cutting people off, Metabeast. You know me already from story time. But no, what I like about Decentraland, it reminds me of like the Nintendo version of the VVverse. And I don't know the VVverse is new and it's a little bit different because it's a walled garden versus this is more of like an interoperable world. But the one thing that I do like is you guys are still around. I mean, you guys are having a fashion show, Fashion Week, next or tomorrow, while the markets are crashing, right? So that shows that there's life here, that shows there's a community here, that shows there's still money being spent and made in this experience right here. And so that's one of the reasons why we're mentioning this. Is a good value proposition to get in here. And it's my understanding, Metabeast, that the network token is Mana.
Yes.
For Decentraland.
Yes.
Okay. And so Mana right here has kind of taken a little fall as well. And so this is the current price. You can get into basically having the tokens and currency for this metaverse right here. So
you'll hear people talk about it when it was $5 and now it's back down to 20, which you know, anything that goes up skyrockets so that fast. You know, there's gonna be a correction, and I would hope most of us would know that by now, having lived it. But yeah, there's that, and like you said, with everything else, it is probably one of the best times if you wanted some land in the metaverse. Now's the time, because there's been a lot of properties have been sitting around for just around $100.
Really?
And you're absolutely right. There's a lot of diehards, very passionate people in Decentraland that love it. And I have my ups and downs with it, but I'm still there, and will probably always be. It is fun, cool place to go. So if you ever get a chance, check it out. If you need help, I am here. Others are here as well. So
let's go, man. And that's what this show's about, is trying to connect people with, other people. And so the majority of our audience, Metabeast, they're from the digital collecting side. And so a lot of them probably has never played in Decentraland or Sandbox. Some have been in Spatial before. I know a lot of them don't even know what Second Life is, so I can't wait to show them that. But like, I just think it's really cool to like network outside of your basket to other baskets, because if we are truly a space that is just in its infancy, the only way this space blows up is if we all interconnect together and perpetuate it together. And so, anybody out there, yes, 100% what Metabeast said, explore out there, talk to other people. You see us up here, you guys know us, you can come and talk to us. You guys also know people like Dave over here with the Crypto Magic Hour. Go check them out. Go get the information from them as well. Get as much information as possible and network out here with all these cool, fine people, because this space, even though it's small and it's in infancy, it's pretty big if you really look at the grand scheme of things. So shout out to, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. And one real quick thing that distinguishing thing about Decentraland that is different than not all, but the majority of them, like VVverse, the VV people have, we've been introduced, so to speak, to the metaverse with now having a place that they can go and build and display your collectibles, which is so freaking cool.
Yeah.
With Decentraland, however, it is open. It is, you go in, while you can teleport to different areas, you can actually walk from one place and run around the entire place.
Dang.
And
so how big is it? Like, how big is it? Have you actually journeyed the whole thing, or is it just endless?
I swore there was nothing new I could see out there, and there's tons of stuff I evidently have never seen before.
Dang.
I've run up and from one end to the other or one side to the other, but have I covered the entire terrain? Obviously not.
So Virtual Destinations next week is going to be a 2-hour episode, then, eh?
Well, we're gonna pay my friend Old Guy a visit. Old Guy Barbecue.
Nice.
He and I have a place next to each other, so we're gonna stop there.
Well, can't wait for that, guys. But we don't want to give that away too much. So, but guys, go check out Decentraland. Go check out their token and see if that's something that you like. And as Metabeast says, if you have any questions, reach out. All right, guys, we're going to move on to Futureverse right here. And we covered this in our very first pilot episode with Metabeast, Dave, and also Bildo. And so right now, Futureverse has a really compelling value proposition right now. And so just kind of quick rundown, even though we covered it already. What is the Futureverse? Well, it's basically a mashup of AI, blockchain, and metaverse all into one big world. And it runs on the Root network. Excuse me. I was going to say the Newt network, the Root network. And that powers basically the entire network itself. And so the cool thing about Futureverse is the backing it's got from a bunch of big investors and partnerships. There's legends like Snoop Dogg and Keanu Reeves that have put money into this thing. Their AI tools is crazy next level, where it's like, it reminds me of almost like Skynet type of technology, you guys. It's insane. Their Think Smart NPCs are evolving in their spaces. They've got all kinds of stuff like Promptopia. They got the Readyverse. They've got Ready Player Me. and all these other kinds of stuff that they're cooking in the background. I even heard that they have an upgrade with Gen AI, which is an AI music tool of theirs. So Futureverse is a really compelling product, and it's a really compelling experience. And so right now, the root token is also super cheap here, guys. So this is another project that Dee and I are closely watching, and we want to be involved with in the future. But let me get you guys' take on this, Dee.
Yeah, I have not gotten any root yet. I think this is the perfect time to get some. Just so you know, when it I mean, we're also still like learning all the different intricacies that comes under Futureverse, because it's a lot. There's a lot under that umbrella in itself. So that's what I'm gonna be. That'll be my next goal, is to get some root and stay rooted in the future. And
shame on you. Bildo's throwing a carrot at the screen.
Yeah, I've just been like really busy with other stuff, so I just gotta focus some time to really look into it, and get some. But I am interested in this project.
It would be a good time to, because there's earning opportunities with airdrops. If you're staking, and there's a whole reward system they have going on. Bildo's my expert. He's my go-to guy on this. He helped me get entrenched into this, because it is huge. There's a lot. But staking, there's a game called The Third Kingdom, where you're able to earn things now. It's really starting to pick up. Their AI is starting to take off. The music gen, they have AI brains out there, which I'm glad I picked up a Gen 1. There's the Gen 1s and I think Gen 2s. The Gen 1s are the ones that gave me access to their 3D AI creating.
Like the curate that curator tool, the one that Bildo's been, the Alter State, the one Bildo's been messing around with, where he made like a 3D rigged Batmobile on the fly. So yeah, that's cool, man. How much does a Gen 1 cost?
I think I got one. It had to be between $100 and $200, but I think may have gone up. Those sound like they're a big part of it, but they have the Bildo, the Fluffer Bunny, the bunnies. For Fluff World, they have party bears. They have there's even there's goblins. There's a goblin game. It's an AI game. You send them in, and you can watch them all beat each other up. Those are really, really cheap, and still minting. And then there's a bunch of other things. But it would be a good time if you're interested in it to check it out. And I believe there's some good possibilities there. So,
yeah, and I got to remind everyone, this is not financial advice. And yes, I do own every single asset that's here. So I don't want it to seem like this is a pump and dump, or I'm trying to pump my bags, because right now my bags aren't pumping regardless of what we say here, guys. So, but I just want to bring that out here. This is just opportunities that we see. And I own Root. I own Asto. I need to get me one of those Gen 1 Alter State brains, and I need a Fluff Bunny. Pause. So
I got a Party Bear. Party Bears were kind of down, so I grabbed one of those.
How much is a Party Bear? Pause. So
shoot, I think I got one around 100 or less than.
Okay, I gotta jump in.
But they even have. I mean, there's a racing game and you have to buy numerous different parts of the car to be able to race it. And they have racers, which I guess my Party Bear can drive one. And they have a FIFA AI soccer game, which is on mobile.
Nice.
Well. And there's new things coming. There's something called Zerpmon, which is like Pokemon kind of thing, I guess. That I didn't get into. Those are
too much. there is also the speculation nation, and I say it speculation that Candy has some collaboration with them as well. And I say that because one of the co-founders bought a bat cowl. So yeah, not financial advice, and I don't have any bat cowls up, but that was just a rumor I heard. And that's all it is, guys, a rumor. So let's move on, you guys, but check out the Futureverse. If you guys don't know what it is, go and check out episode 1 of Future Watch on our channel, and you get to hear a breakdown of this very, very, very massive project. And I'll just keep it at that. I don't even know what to call it anymore. I want to call it like the Metaverse Killer.
Bildo's always happy. You give him 30 minutes, he'll take 2 hours.
And it's a well-educated 2 hours.
It was very informative. I appreciated it very much. So
yeah. Shout out to Bildo and the Bunny, and shout out to Dave for also coming on the first episode to discuss Futureverse. And I can't wait to keep talking about this project. This is like a project we keep coming back to because it's so massive. Go ahead.
And as soon as it opens up for me, Bildo's in there already. Another part of the Futureverse is an actual world called the Readyverse that he's in. I didn't get in it the first round, but hopefully soon. Actually, Futureverse replied to a post on X saying it's coming soon. So,
okay, so real quick, I have to play this for Dave. This is for you, Dave. Dave, I'm here all day if you need anything, by the way. So leave it at that. All right. Lastly, guys, we are going to be talking about the Banker Bot right here. Okay, so what is the Banker Bot? Well, basically, the Banker Bot is an AI-driven trading tool for cryptocurrency. It's like having Wall Street in your pocket on your timeline. And what's so cool about this, it's literally hide the wires kind of a thing. And so what's the upside with this? Basically, AI is the future, and the Banker Bots really got some good utility entails for that. Basically, it's basically a tool for regular people like you and I to basically type and say, buy me this, and it buys it for you. Basically, they made a bunch of wallets in Twitter where it all stores it. You have a terminal where you can access all this stuff. There's the Banker Club. There's all these other kinds of things. But what I really love is the tech. This hide the wires, concept. A lot of people right now, they're scared of joining something like this. They're scared of buying crypto, doing anything with crypto. But in time, in the future, I really believe that once we have an easy button method for people to buy and sell these things without having to worry about getting your wallet drained or having to worry about, seed phrases and all that stuff. Well, tech like this is what's going to push the needle. And so, I actually got in really early on this token. Shout out to Viper. I still hold a bunch of this token. This is like the one token in my wallet. I'm still up. Thank you, BankerBot. So, I really enjoy this project. Go ahead, Metabeast.
Oh, I'm laughing because somebody sent me some because I replied to their I liked or retweeted their tweet. I have no idea how to get to it.
Well, maybe Dave can help you. He just got access. So, but yeah, no, I completely dig this product right here. I've used it a few times on the timeline. You can even ask this thing to tell you a joke and it'll do that. But I think this is where the tech should be going for like regular normies that are watching us right now. This is built specifically for them to where it's like, buy me some Bitcoin, buy me like, I don't know, $20 worth of Bitcoin. And you don't want to worry about it. This is something perfect for you, D. D, have you messed around with the Banker Bot? A lot of people on Twitter have been playing around with this.
Yeah, I've messed around with it. And I like how it's got the old school vibe with the tube TV computer monitor.
CRT monitor?
Yeah, and that's really cool. And I actually got some I see some posts of people tagging the Banker Bot and send this amount to someone's wallet, and that's really cool. It's so simple, and it also gives you the transaction receipt and the addresses that it uses. So that's really cool. And I got some I got a little bit from Viper when we did one of our radio shows.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. I was like, oh, nice. That's like really easy to just kind of start off with. And so I went on, one of my wallets and I got some banker coin. So yeah, I got a little bit. So we're gonna, and I mean, it's a lot of things are down. So if you're interested, not financial advice, you can always pick more up. But yeah, I highly suggest anyone to go and check this out too. It's very, as it says, friendly AI powered crypto companion. And yeah, just give it a go. I'll send you my address. You can test it out and send me some banker. um, but yeah, go check it out. It's pretty easy. And if you have any questions, either read or uh, go ask AI or go ask Viper. I'm sure
Yeah.
he'll be
And
able to help you.
I really want to shout out Viper again, and also shout out to Dave and that crypto DM that we're in, because I would have never found out about Banker if it wasn't for those two elements right there. Because I got in early, guys, and this is one of my tokens that I'm doing very well. Not financial advice. I don't know nothing. I'm stupid. All right, now that we've gotten that out of the way. And that's basically the 5 projects, guys, that I wanted to talk about with some really good value proposition out here because of the shakiness in the markets. And that's pretty much everything I wanted to kind of talk about, guys. Anything else that you want to discuss or kind of unpack after what we just described here?
I'll shout out Rambler. I think it was him who sent me my banker that I forgot about and don't know how to access.
Nice. Shout out to you, Rambler.
Okay. And it says check your DMs. Okay. You guys check the DMs while I keep running the show. Go ahead, check the DMs, D, because Dave is asking that. But before Metabeast, we're getting close to your segment right here, Metabeast, and I know a lot of people are waiting for this second live segment. So I'm going to let you set up, and you let me know when you're ready to go. And I'm going to run this commercial really quick, guys. We'll be right back.
Step into the VVverse, a friendly, safe virtual world where you can escape reality. Here, fandoms like Star Wars and Back to the Future spring to life. Interact, build, and create in a SimCity-style experience where your creativity knows no bounds. Craft your dream space, meet fellow fans, and let your imagination soar. Want in? Follow the Real Uncommon podcast to join the community and dive into the VVverse today.
That's right, guys. If you are interested in trying out a walled garden virtual metaverse called the VVverse, let us know, because we are also VV affiliates. And it's basically, as Metabeast described, it's kind of like an open world where you can play around with your digital collectibles. You can build like in Decentraland and other places as well. And, so it's a fun place to kind of hang out in. So if there's something you're interested, no pressure. Let us know. Hit us in the DMs, and you can get $10 free to try out the product. Because once you sign up, I believe you have access into the VVverse, and then you can use these $10 to buy a collectible if you choose so. And before we start, Metabeast, how did you like the VVverse? I know we had you on our other sister show. How'd you like it?
I like it. I think for just starting off, it really allows you to do quite a bit as far as building. And it's been fun and cool to see, because I participated in a little maze type thing with a bunch of people all at once in one of them.
Masomi. You went on one of Masomi's was that obstacles that O'Malley does. I think he hosts this space for them weekly.
Yep. Nice. So that was fun. There's of course there's talk of the space. There's a lot of things people want, but in all actuality, yes, it's pretty cool. It's pretty nice for just getting started. I have a very small collection, but it also challenges me to try to figure out how to make different things with the tools that they give you to create with. And it's, I mean, they've been doing updates quite frequently, so they're constantly adding to it. So
I think they've done a lot of optimization and I think it's been around for a month, because I can load my original world I created, which has got a bunch of assets, and I think the more collectibles you place, the more it sucks up the memory. But I'm able to like load up quicker now and move around my world faster than it was before. So yeah, computer resources does matter depending on what you're running, but they're also going to have a mobile version of the VVverse as well, where you can access this same virtual world from your cell phone. So should be really cool. But forget about the VVerse right now, because we are going to be talking about Second Life, you guys, with Metabeast right here. And Metabeast, are you ready for your own segment?
I'll do my best. I'll do my best.
All right, man. All right, guys, we'll be right back. All right, Metabeast.
All right. Welcome to episode 2 of Virtual Destinations. Thank you for being here. As I explore the different metaverse platforms out there that are accessible currently, I pride myself as being someone who knows the most of them. I can't even get AI to find half of them that I am well aware of that are out there. And accessible is the key thing there, because there's many of them in development still. Last week, we talked about this one. Second Life is, I would call it the OG. While there was one even further back in the 80s, of course, it was pixels and whatnot, more of a 2D type thing, but technically would qualify as a metaverse. This one has been around since 2003, if you believe it or not. And I came across it. I can't even pinpoint the exact date, but it was early 2000s as well. And this is what actually got me excited and looking forward to the metaverse in general. It said
it was launched in 2003 by a San Francisco-based company called Linden Labs.
Linden Labs, yes. Now, and you read about it. It's not a game. It's more like The Sims on acid. It's more than just building things and ants or whatever running around. You actually are in it and can interact with people. So there's a big socialization thing with it. And people are able to build and sell items within the metaverse. I mean, the graphics are, back when I first saw it, were pretty comparable from what I remember as to now. This right now where I'm at is the most people I've ever seen in here. It's been a long time. Well, it's been a long time since I've been in here too. I may have not just have known the places to go.
Is somebody a smoke monster?
I was like, what is that just went by?
That's a smoke monster from Lost.
I think somebody's materializing, because there was a bunch of smoke things when I first got in here.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
And yeah,
So
I'm gonna have a hell of a time.
like
I have a hell of a time steering in here. I was in here earlier today. Oops.
Oh, we lost your screen.
I was just going to say, I think it stopped sharing, didn't it?
Yeah.
It's right in front of. It's right in front of one of the buttons.
Oh.
Yeah, it happens.
I've done that before. I'm like, oh no, not the X.
All right, we'll be back up here in a second.
No but that was a lot of people that I saw.
Yeah,
a lot of the names, across.
But yeah, so it's owned by Linden Labs, so it's not decentralized. the thing about that is one of the things kind of like with VV, if London Labs were to shut down, basically pretty much all this stuff that people have created would be gone. But I would say 2003, and they're still going. I don't see why they'd be going anywhere. I have met only one person elsewhere that has been a part of Second Life, and then somebody responded to a tweet today, and I guess she was a guest on Virtual Destinations when I did Twitter Spaces for it, but that was for Over the Reality. She says she's in here as well, so it would be cool to come across them. But if you look, I mean, the graphics are pretty cool.
Yeah. So you built all this, or people?
No. I have not built in here.
Oh, okay.
I have not. This is stuff other people have built. They got quite the UI, but there's a lot you can do. They got all kinds of different places. Let me see. You can landmark this place, destinations, what's hot, newcomer friendly. They have warnings around out there because there are shady people in there too, or have been. I remember a very strange encounter when I first went in there. Coming across one person, but I also remember.
So you got the crazy person walking the streets.
Encounter.
What's that?
You got the crazy person walking the streets saying the world's ending, right?
Yeah, something like that.
The metaverse is burning,
and I'm stuck.
So that happens in any metaverse, huh?
Yeah.
You're getting stuck. Yeah. Whoa, that's some pretty.
At least they can jump, D.
Yeah,
there we go.
That feature hasn't come yet for viewers.
And there is you can fly if I can find it.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, there's little things you can do across the world that people have created, little games. You can buy, as like in Decentraland, wearables and such.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Oh, look at that art. Looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can have tattoos too, I guess.
That's really
Wait,
cool.
that's a tattoo shop?
Whoa, see?
Someone there?
No.
Hello.
All these pop-ups. You get a lot of messages.
Oh.
Hey, Metabeast, you want to get
I would imagine
it?
there's a way to shut them off.
Well, here's the reason why I say that is that's
really
a tattoo
cool,
parlor. We actually have a tattooist in the chat. And so that would be really cool for him to have like a virtual tattoo parlor.
Nice.
Yeah.
I know you hear us, Kid Arcade. I know you're tattooing right now.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is pretty nice.
Yeah.
No, and for a metaverse that's been around since 2003.
Yes. And compared to what's out there, it's very impressive. So
look at that chick just like dancing, the one with the right there on the right.
Yeah. And I will, let's see. So we can teleport somewhere. What looks good?
So you want to teleport to another person's world in Second Life?
Just a different location somebody has built.
Oh, okay. Whoa, epic.
Whoa.
And
okay. Is this by the ocean? Is that a pier? Whoa, that's so cool.
Different things pop up, and you can giant pacifier.
What?
Whoa.
Fish.
I
mean, there's a lot going on.
Oh wow, the starfish.
This is
This
cool.
is really cool though.
Yeah.
Oh, does the boombox actually play music? Nice.
Let's see.
I mean, I don't know if the music is copyrighted.
Or Flotsam Beaches Beach Boombox.
That's so cool. You
Okay,
like
so
the
yep, and
music notes are coming out.
you can pick different types of music. My volume's up. I don't know how to turn it up, but I've been in the water, underwater. They have fish.
Oh.
Is there any structures underwater?
Yes, there. I've come across a sunken ship somewhere. See, there's the fish.
No way.
But one place I wish I could find again for people is I came across something somebody had written, and it was about this person that was coming in to Second Life, and they talked about this one person. Long story short, because I don't remember all the details. The other, they would dance, or he would ask them out on their boat, and they come. Eventually, that person no longer showed up, and they came to find out later that it was somebody who was very. This stuff gets to me. They were handicapped severely, and Second Life was a way for them to, in a sense, go out and dance with people and meet and interact with people that they couldn't normally do. And that's awesome. They found out later that person had passed away. It was it was a very intense read, but it gave, that was another thing that just hit me as far as how cool and the things that you can do in the metaverse. A lot of people laugh and joke about it and how cartoony it is in some cases. It has ways to go, but I mean, as I said, this one is just unreal.
Well, but and I want to kind of touch on that. Like, I know people, they tease this kind of stuff, but like at the end of the day, this kind of stuff has a community, and as long as there's a community, there's money that's still going to be in this stuff. And I say that because a lot of people are here for money, but like with the power of community, that's just going to be people. And at the end of the day, the networking aspect and the social media aspect of it all, that's what we all want. We all want connection, right? And so I'm really glad you told me that story, because like to see that someone that was probably on like death's door being able to at least experience dancing in some way, even though if it was in a cartoon world like this with other people, that's a beautiful thing in my opinion.
It is. I mean,
I love just watching this like whole new world. It's almost like Grand Theft Auto, but not. Yeah, this is so cool.
I'm wishing I could find the fly button. And I think it's down here. And I'm afraid to touch it. Oh, good. There we go.
Oh, before you click the X again.
Yes. Is that it?
Oh, good.
Walk,
this is like
walk,
really well
run,
done.
Fly. Here we go.
Yeah, I like that. I like that there's waves.
And the noise. Can you hear the waves?
Yeah, I can hear it for sure. See the lighthouse.
And look at the stars.
You can hear the wind. You can hear the wind.
And look at the stars.
So cool.
Oh, yeah, that is cool. So there's one person in the chat that they said like 15 years ago they were in there as well.
Whoa.
And guys, don't think that nobody's in here. There was actually a creator that reached out to us on DMs, or not DMs, on our timeline, and I'll share who that creator is a little bit later. If you guys are interested in continuing to see content of this world.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, look at that lighthouse.
I'm gonna have to reach out to her and have her tell me some cool places to go.
Yeah.
I mean, because there's a lot of places, and there are some that they are restricted.
They're gated,
or they warn you that you should be a certain age.
Gosh.
For mature content.
There are some weird. I'm just gonna say strange, really strange, different ones too. I saw one that said something about it was like Cannibal Island now. Whether
Whoa.
So
Yeah.
one of our audience members wants to know, since you can go underwater, can you go into space or the moon?
You know what? That's an awesome question. I don't know.
Ah.
Can he fly to the
You
moon?
stumped the
Literally.
polymetaversalist
Well,
in Cordial Goat
Fly
Slayer.
me to the
And you know what?
moon.
I don't know why I never thought to try that before.
Was that a big donut? Sorry.
Oh, look at D in the food.
It looked like a big donut. Maybe to the left. Oh no.
Oh, it looks like a wreath.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
But it was a
It
donut.
is woman's skin. What? I don't know.
Woman's skin? Damn. That's vicious.
That might be something actually inside
Oh, I see.
that it's advertising.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Oh, I like how there's like those little command things.
So
are you gonna attempt to fly to the moon?
I'm gonna look and see if there's a way to go there. I have been to the on the moon with some people in one metaverse platform. And,
okay.
And then I took off and went to Pluto by myself.
Okay, so you can get to Pluto at least. Well, that answers some of the question there.
I don't know about in this one, but yes, you can get. And well, there's one metaverse that's about Mars.
Ah, that's cool.
Interesting.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
I like that. What's up, JKRB?
Any other questions?
No, man. I think this is really cool. You know, and I know Dee was gonna she was gonna start walking around in here with you, but unfortunately, Dee's computer I think would tax the resources because she's running a productivity computer and not a gaming computer like me.
Gotcha. That is one of the things, and like you mentioned about VVverse, you know, they are kind of resource intensive. This one is a download, a client, so to speak. Decentraland is now too, where it used to be a browser based, like some of them, like Spatial. But yeah, they can be that. Unfortunately, that's one of the big goals, is for them to not need so many resources, so more people can go in, so it can be a free and open metaverse. This one,
and it makes sense.
Like I said, this one is not decentralized. It's not on the blockchain.
Okay.
But it's, so again, if the company went away, then so does the world and your stuff. But being they've been around for over 20 years, and they continue to do updates. When I first went in there earlier today, it mentioned a specific that they had just done an update too. So, but it's a big for socializing, user generated economy. The Linden is the dollar there.
Yeah.
The Linden dollar.
The Linden dollar.
My understanding is it's kind of a deep learning curve on how to actually build in here as well. So,
well, so what's new? What's new?
Yeah, everything's a learning curve.
Especially if you don't know how to build, period, that's going to be difficult anywhere way. But yeah, if you get bored, go check it out. Again, if you want somebody to help show you or just to go with you, I can always find time at some point. I'm always happy to take people into the metaverse. It's something that I enjoy. And
look at those colors.
I think this is awesome, Metabeast, honestly. And I appreciate you showing us a world like this, even though it's like a walled garden, like the VVverse. I mean, this is familiar to a lot of our audience. So it's just really cool to see a different option for them to not only like try, but also to network and socialize.
Whoa, look at that roller coaster and the Ferris wheel. That's incredible.
Super cool.
This isn't the one I remember, but it's another amusement park.
Wow.
Oh,
if I could steer, I would try to ride a ride.
Oh, look right there, Kid Arcade. There's a breakdancing stage.
Ooh.
That's crazy. There's breakdancing in here. Unreal. I think a B-Boy Steve's in here too. Steve, I seen you in here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, so those are both
Oh,
B-Boys in our community, Arcade and I Break Stuff. So shout out to them.
Whoa. This is, wow, it's so cool.
Yeah,
and
I
one
like
more real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
I
like the sounds, right? The sound effects I think really adds to the experience. Like the whooshing through the air, the sounds of the waves crashing.
Yeah.
Giant Snail Racing.
Oh boy.
Premier Wrestling Studios.
We'll
check out this.
It's like never-ending story almost.
That was kind of cool.
The loading is very quick. That's
Mm-hmm.
exceptional.
In the previous one, it looked like before you teleported into this one, it looked like the sky like changed colors too.
It could.
Part of it.
It has day and nights.
Yeah.
And usually there's an area where you can change that for yourself if you like. So this is I believe a football stadium of sorts.
Cool.
Yeah.
So is there like games? Do they do like football games in here?
That's a good question. I would imagine that you could. They probably have something set up where you could.
Can you fly over it?
Stop.
You need a ticket. Where's your ticket?
He's gated.
No.
No, I was just flying. I can't steer.
Oh. He needs a wheel.
Yeah, this is really cool though.
It's definitely a dead stadium. No one's in here.
Yeah, they're all at the warehouse. But they have souvenir. You can buy souvenirs.
They're at the rave, guys.
Yeah, this is
I was
really
hoping to find a way into the stadium, and run faster.
Oh, is it like an enclosed stadium?
I imagine. I'm thinking off to the left would be where the stadium would be.
So that's only when you're walking, it's only that one speed?
That's if there's a way to go faster. I haven't found it, but if you have to go to the bathroom, if your avatar has to go to the bathroom.
All right, who's taking a dump in Second Life?
Kick down all the doors. Who's there?
Oh, you can maybe.
Oh, you can close the door. Oh, wow! Even the sound of the door. Oh my goodness! It's all those little things. It's like makes it even more realistic.
Yes.
Yeah, you're stuck in the stall.
I was gonna say, man, we're gonna have to stop you if you're gonna start taking a crap during the stream. That's just I don't know about that one, man.
You say that. Is it GTO or something? One of those big, huge games. Somebody did. I was like, you got to be kidding me. I was watching somebody play, and that's what they did. I'm like, no.
Pause.
Yeah, that's a little too far for me. I mean,
to each his own, right?
Who wants? Yeah. I mean, does somebody really want to mow lawns and cook food and have to go to the bathroom and do all that?
I think Dee wants to virtually cook food. I'm sure she does.
You know, me and food.
Yeah, I suppose. I'm sure that. Yeah. You could do cooking classes in there.
See, TNT. I always thought it was funny that the show The Office and Dwight made the Second Life reference and Jim was making fun of him.
Music and club, art installations, featured events, editors' picks. There was one that looked really cool on here earlier. The quieting.
So that's like a dashboard of different worlds that you can kind of teleport to.
Yep.
Okay. Does it tell you like the occupancy of the worlds and who's in there, so you know that you're not going to a world that doesn't have anybody occupying?
I don't know how accurate the numbers are. They all say 1 people. So maybe well, no, these don't have any people. So maybe there is actually somebody in there.
And so how many of these, like on this dashboard, can someone have? Like, how do you get that to pop up? Is whoever has their space open for the public to see will pop up on here?
Well, I think they all do. Because if I go back here, so here's one. There's 21 destinations under it, but it's a premium only, members only.
Oh, okay.
So that would be kind of like a token gated one.
Yeah. Interesting.
See, I would like to butt wipe in my metaverse so I can make a mess all over and not have to really clean it up afterwards and chase other people in the metaverse with my hands full of poo.
Yes.
With my
So
very creative.
This is
well,
a record.
come in here, Ghost Slayer. Ooh.
I like that. I like how it's like a corridor full of like plants.
Plants, yeah. And I like the little tea lights.
You can see the leaves on the ground.
Okay, so
look at all the
these will pop up
details.
I didn't realize my camera was off. Shoot.
Some of them.
Oh, yeah. I thought you did it on purpose.
You can find some free things. Oh, look here.
And what do? You click it and then you get it? It gets added to your inventory?
Yes, evidently. But a lot of the times when it says free, I could never find what was actually free.
Oh.
Sounds like a bug.
Yeah, look at all the details, though. All the shrubs or plants on the ground.
I haven't explored this whole UI. Even when I've been in here before, I haven't. It's like, no, I want to start exploring, so I just go.
So is it free to use Second Life, or do you have to have like a subscription for it?
Nope. It's free. Anybody can go in.
So how do they keep the lights on, Metabeast? Good question. I mean, 15 years of keeping the lights on, that's pretty impressive.
They must make a portion of the linden that
all the sales
is spent. I don't know how it can be that much, but I believe linden does more than just a bit more than just this. And where did I see that?
Because you're able to sell with the linden dollar, and then I believe you can use like whatever third party they offer to get your money out. I'm assuming, right? So maybe there's some fees for that they tack on.
Yeah, look at the load time. It's pretty quick.
Yeah.
So this is home. I clicked on Take Me Home. So this would be like a starting point.
So this is the hub.
The hub.
Yes.
This is what Vivi needs.
Yes.
They need a hub.
It tells you, let's see, even in different languages, how to walk.
Oh, how to walk.
Oh, wow.
I was like, I understood that. Como caminar.
So are those all newbies? They're all reading the boards?
Yeah. The warning.
That's so cool.
Do not leave with anyone claiming that they are going to take you to school. At no point in time will a Second Life helper in this area try to teleport you out of the tutorial section. Do not take any group invites.
Yeah, that's good though.
Nefarious stuff
have
in
that,
Second Life.
Yeah.
To at least cover their butts to some point.
And more little tutorials as you go.
Yeah. Oh, I love this boardwalk part. Whoa, he's floating. You're flying. Whoa.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Where was the tutorial for that?
Did somebody kidnap me or what?
Yo, can you get kidnapped in this place?
I don't know where I'm at, and I don't think
you shouldn't have gone with that person to school.
I didn't go with anybody.
You get kidnapped? Well, what happens if you get kidnapped in Second Life? What do they do? Hold you for Linden?
I guess. Or you just get traumatized. I don't know, but
looks ominous.
I'm underwater. There's pirate skeletons or some shit.
Is that a teleport?
And there's people.
Oh, there's people. Okay, you're safe.
Hey, who's that guy?
They all got kidnapped.
Necessarily.
Ooh,
he's gonna take our loot.
Treasure. Their booty.
Yeah.
Oh, the booty. So that's the teleport.
What is that? To go back home?
Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh, teleport.
Oh.
Ooh, so magical.
How the heck did you teleport though?
I clicked on it. And
there it is. It's a hidden teleport. Look
sneaky. Somebody was
sneaky. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a booby twat.
It's like that trap door.
Yes, they boobied me. Oh, looky,
Well,
Porky.
this is cool. This is cool.
Look at who?
Porky.
Oh, it's a dog?
It's a pig. It's a little piggy.
Oh, it's a pig?
Oh, Porky the pig. I was like, where are you looking?
I can touch it. I can
Yo,
sit
pause.
here. I don't wanna sit-
Whoa. You touching your pig, man?
I don't want to
No.
sit on Porky.
Touching Porky.
You can sit on the pig.
Well, it says sit here.
Well, now you
Take
got to
a
sit on the
ride
pig.
on
No,
Porky.
Yo, he's sitting on the pig, everybody.
Oh,
Oh my god.
That's
Get
messed
off the
up,
pig.
man. That's
Get
messed
off the
up,
pig.
man.
how do I get off the pig?
Can you move the pig around? Like, giddy up.
No, get off the
Can
pig.
you fly with the pig?
All right. We've seen it all, everyone. Metabeast is sitting on a pig.
When pigs fly or when pigs get sat on.
Where else can that happen but in the metaverse? So
On virtual destinations,
Exactly.
dare I say.
damn, there we
That's
go.
cool.
Sorry, piggy.
All right.
Oh, there's a flying effect.
And if I knew how to wave, I would wave a goodbye to everyone and thank you for coming.
This is so cool.
This is cool, guys. All right, Metabeast, close out your segment. Let everyone know where we can reach you so we can kind of like anybody that is interested in Second Life, because there's a bunch of people. We got 140 people watching right now that probably never seen this platform before. Kind of give them an insight on where they can find you in case they have information that they want.
You can find me pretty easily on X, AKC Metabeast, a kid called Metabeast. Or I'm in Decentraland, or today I'm in Second Life. Sometimes I'm in The Man Who Sold the World. Sometimes I'm in another one, but I'm around and always happy to help people find their way into the metaverse and share with them what I know. Or I know some people in most places. This is the one I'm the least familiar with, though. So and it being the first one, I'm glad it was an opportunity for me myself just to come back and take a revisit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this has been awesome, Metabeast, and I really appreciate that. And guys, also, if you haven't found Metabeast on his socials, you can also find him on All Things Crypto from Monday through Thursday with Dave, Cool Crypto, and Nat as well as everyone else. So, D, anything else you want to add? And Metabeast, could you shut off Second Life?
I
I can hear the wind.
There's still the wind. He's still flying around.
I was seeing if I could go to. I was trying to go to space.
Oh shoot! Okay,
Oh,
we'll have to
I thought I
save it
might,
for the
but
next
no, I couldn't.
virtual destination, though.
he's still flying till next episode.
He's passing gas in the Second Life, but no, I'm kidding. But yeah, guys, follow Metabeast as well as you got Second Life socials right here. You can also go check out Second Life's website right here to kind of get the deets on how to connect in this virtual world. Right there, you can join for free. As Metabeast said, there is a client involved with this. Also, we were able to talk with a influencer that is in Second Life, and this is actually a duo right here called Virtual Raw, where they actually talk about Second Life right here. And so basically it's Digital Femme or Carmen as one of the hosts for that show, as well as VXAI right here. So go and give Virtually Raw a follow as well, and go and check out their content and see what they're all about. This is really awesome. We love networking with people, and we would love to see more of you out there connecting with other communities as well. And then here you go, Metabeast. Anything you want to do to close out your segment of the show?
I want to, real quick, if I can mention Evolved. Evolved showed me something called Base Jump.
Yes.
You can create a VRM, which is an avatar. And I haven't explored too much of it, but it's kind of a little metaverse and different games, I think, on there that you can explore too. They are on X as Base Jump XYZ. So the space between games. I don't know.
You're talking about Broadside, right?
It's called Base Jump.
Yeah, that's part of the Broadside project.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, there it is. Yep. Oh, so you're familiar with that. I was not.
Yeah, I actually own a bunch of broadsides. I just haven't gotten into the base jump portion of it, as I'm assuming that's their game that they're or their world that they're building.
Yeah, like I said, I went there check it out. How
I'm
did I
trying to
get
find the
there?
website right here. Oh, it's right here. It's right in front of my. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I couldn't pull it up, guys. But
And he did some X Spaces too on Jump, um, and getting more people to come in and just kind of talk about the project.
found it.
And he also had Action.
Is that
What's his name? Matt Mason.
Evolve did or the person behind this?
So
Matt Mason.
Evolve, yeah, he had a space, and Matt Mason was in there as well,
Oh, okay, cool,
talking
cool.
about it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. I'm pretty sure it was recorded, so it's probably on Evolve's X space.
So now, Metabeast, is this one of the worlds that's in one of your virtual destinations in the future?
Well, of course.
The reason I ask is maybe we should get Evolved on here as well to maybe cruise around with you. So this would really be cool. Like I said, I bought the broadside back in like 2022. In fact, I remember buying it. I was on an airplane trying to buy it before it took off because I was going to DCon 2022 and I didn't have enough ETH. And I remember asking everyone, I think even Evolve, I was like, hey man, can you spare some spare ETH? And I think like 3 or 4 people gave me enough ETH so I could buy my my broadsider, because I had a problem accessing my ETH from my other wallets at the time on my phone, because I was trying to buy it through the MetaMask app, and the MetaMask app sucks. So hopefully it's gotten better. Michael K, I hope it got better. But yeah, no, this is really cool. And I don't really know too much about base jump, and I've kind of fallen off the mat with the broadsiders. So yeah, it'll be really nice to see what's going on with this.
And if you look over Evolve's timeline, he's got a lot of cool different things with the beasts. And I'm wondering if he has done them himself or if they're like the rendering people. I can't think of what their name is. Metatope.
So he has a mixture of both, but I believe he renders his own because he's gotten really better at Blender.
He has some amazing cool stuff on his feed. I love it.
Yeah, and he's even 3D printing too.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
shout out to our guy Evolved.
Darvid says hello.
But shout out to him. Metabeast, we actually met Evolve way before he even jumped into any of these metaverse spaces. He was he still is a part of the VV community, but he was actually a part of our group called WebV. And he's one of the founding members of the WebV Collective. He helped start this collecting group 2 years ago with us. So we've followed Evolve's journey as a content creator for 2 years. Awesome member of the community. We consider him family. So shout out to you, Evolve.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, awesome. Like you, I met him through Storytime, which yeah.
Closing words, Metabeast, before I transition out.
Be safe, be well, be you.
Love it. That was awesome, you guys. And like I said, I kind of rewind. We've said it last week. We said it again. This is Metabeast's micro show within our show. The segment Virtual Destinations. He owns all this content that we just created. It gets sent to him every single week, and as well as his own transitional music, which is all commercialized as well. And there's a reason for that we'll discuss later on down the line. But Metabeast, that was awesome. Thank you so much for showing us Second Life. And guys, that has been the show. I thank you so much for joining in. We're actually 2 hours in. I didn't think we were going to be in that long. We have almost 150 eyeballs watching us. We appreciate everyone for tuning in every single time. I hope you guys got some really good insight and content out of this. And I hope you guys are really enjoying Future Watch, which I said is a journey in Web3 through the newbie's eyes. So,
yeah.
Guys,
thanks,
that's
Ronnie.
it.
For time.
I would like you guys all to kind of say your final words before we go. Metabeast, final words before we get out of here.
Yep, that's it. Be safe, be well for you, as always. See you guys next week, Decentraland.
Let's go. And D, any sneak peeks on what we're doing next week?
Next week for Future Watch, we are getting more information about insuring our wallets.
Ooh.
And making sure that it's nicely tucked away, nice and safe. So yeah, we're going to be speaking to an expert. What's that?
I have Siegfried question for next week.
Nice. Let's go.
Okay.
Get your questions, everybody, because we're going to be talking all about wallet security next week.
EV wheels. Thank you.
Are you going to give me your seed phrase? Is that what you're saying?
Sure.
And then I can like test it out on other stuff?
You bet.
Okay. Nice.
It's only 12 words.
Right?
You can do the back channel deals when we're done, you guys.
Do I remember those 12
People are still
words?
watching.
Well, the problem is, do I remember those 12 words? No.
Oh, right. Just random.
You guys are crazy.
Yeah.
You guys are crazy.
Stay tuned for
I know where my 24, and I try to have 24, not 12. 24.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yes.
Well, they don't all give you that option. That's the thing.
That's very true. But the ones that do, I go for 24. So, yeah.
Man, yeah.
Night, everyone. Love it.
It's been
thank
a great
thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Metabeast, for coming on and sharing with us about Second Life and more about metaverses in general. And yeah, thank you, viewers, listeners, for. I hope you enjoyed the show and got to see and learn a little bit more today. And we'll continue learning into next week. So stay tuned for next week and hope everyone has a great night or day.
That's right, guys. And also, we will be back on Friday with another Aloha Friday show. That's another show, guys. We have 5 shows here. But on Aloha Friday, it's more of a laid-back Joe Rogan style conversation where we interview people in the community. And when I mean the community, the broad Web3 community. So stay tuned for that. Also, guys, Sunday, we're going to have our Into the Verse. That one, we're not going to have a guest. We had a cancellation. So I might build in the VV verse. And I kind of showed that advertisement as well. And then next week, Wednesday, we're going to have a community member on that really does some really cool art. And he's going to show us his VV cribs. And that is a segment that we're keeping on our show Into the Verse. I know there's a confusion with that. Let's just say we have shows and we have micro shows here, and we will explain what that's all about in the future, you guys. But for now, I appreciate everyone for coming in. I'm going to say bye to everyone in the chat, and we're going to get out of here right there. Cloak, I see you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And guys, that has been the show. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will be back on another day. Take care, and aloha.
Bye.
Future Watch, we're leading the way. Tomorrow's now, it's here to stay. From pixels to power, we're shaping the scene. The Real and Common podcast, the ultimate dream. Digital skies where the avatars play.